this video, I'm gonna be hiking the railroad trail. And if you like this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's free and you can always take it back. Enjoy the video. Alright, so here we are on the railroad trail. This is parallel to Highway 8, so it's right by the highway. And it's super cool. This is over in Taylor's Falls in Minnesota, right across the border. And I'm super excited to be on this trail and just get to know it. So there's a bunch of cool views here. You can see some of the super cool rocks over here. And just a bunch of woods, which is awesome. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So there's a couple scenic spots coming up that we can look at here. And yeah, super excited to see this trail. Alright, here's some super scenic areas here. It's got all the rocks. And you can even see how close I am. I'm right here on the trail. And then you can just see the highway over there. And right over that highway is the river. And that's super cool. So you can just be looking at all that cool stuff there. You can really hear everybody here. So yeah. So in case you're wondering, all these trails up here are free to go on, and you can try them out yourself if you're interested. And if you live around here, they're awesome. They're super scenic, and they're just super cool to be able to go on. So yeah, if you're by here, make sure to come stop by all the trails here. It's just in Taylor's Falls here. It's super cool. And yeah, railroad trail. It's awesome so far. So, alright, here we are. The trail, there seems to be a little bit of a rock here. That used to be a building probably. And yeah, super cool stuff. Looks pretty cool. Here, look, over here. Just a bunch of stuff here. All that cool rock there, and yeah. It makes you wonder what happened back here. If any of us were here. That's pretty cool. Seeing that? Here's the Minnesota welcomes you sign. Super cool. Nice bottom of it. Just super cool. There was some vandalism on there earlier this year, which kind of sucks. Such a beautiful monument. It just sucks that people have to do that. But yeah, really cool edge here. And then it just rolls right down there into the highway. And then just these monumental rocks here. That's just huge. That would be super cool to go rock climbing on. And it's just awesome to do. Oh man, that's so cool. Let's go right up here. There's some rocks here. This is super cool. So if you go up here, bunch of cool stuff here. All the way up. Just awesome stuff here. Perfect for doing all sorts of climbing and awesome stuff. It almost looks like you're in like look at how that has those lines there. That's beautiful. Stairs here. Super cool stuff. Going down mountain. Feels pretty solid. But yeah, you can see a bunch of cool stuff here, just going up and down through these mountains. Or not mountains, I guess I should say. And then I have a bench every once in a while, which is super nice to see. So, yeah. So coming down on the bottom of the stairs here, you can see these giant pillars on both sides and just some super cool stuff. And that's what held the train tracks up for that train that I said was here earlier. And then just giant stuff here. It's super cool. And then if you can see these stairs, they're not huge, so gotta make sure I'm watching my step. But put these here not crazy long ago, I don't think. Oh, this one's like sideways, it's like tilted. But so here we're, if I turn around here, you can look at this sign here. So we were just on the we're on the railroad trail right now. And then over there is another trail, and that is the Sandstone Bluffs Trail. So that's another thing that you can go on. And then you got this awesome bridge here that they put here, and then a super awesome stream that you can look at here, and then it just goes down. And then here's a set of stairs that goes up, and that's still the railroad trail, as you can see. So here's the other set of pillars right here. One there and one there. And then that just went over there to those two. And then the trail went up, and that's where the train went. So it's pretty cool to see how that's still there. Alright, so coming up here, we're going to be going up some more stairs to get to the top of a cliff up there. So just leading up to it here. It's right here. And then go down here. River. And then if you go past there, they put a little yellow mark on a little tunnel over there. That's over to the park office. So railroad trail's that way. Sandstone Bluff is this way. So this circles around the sign I showed you guys earlier, I believe. So then we'll just go back on that other set of stairs. So coming up on the stairs here, they got little posts here, probably to block it off, so you'd put a post in between those to tell you that it's not safe to go on at some point or something. So coming up on these stairs, we're almost to the top of the stairs here, and then we're up on a rock here. And you can just, it's big, like I'm right here, and it goes up. You can just see all these layers here that formed, and yeah, just perfect climbing up if you have some proper rappelling gear and going. So awesome. Then we're right on this ledge here that goes down to the little stream down there, which is super cool. So coming up on the stairs here, bunch of stairs here, super cool. Wonder how they got all these supplies here. Probably took a while. So yeah, it's super cool to see all these rocks, like big monuments. So yeah, rock has a big overhang here. Awesome spot here. If you could like go camping here, that'd be awesome. Right under this. So we got room back here to do stuff. Come from down those stairs. There's this ledge that goes all the way under there. Super awesome. It all just overhangs here. Super cool. If it was like pouring rain, it'd be cool if it was like had a wall right in front of there. So it's awesome. It's awesome to see. And then all these rocks have these super cool layers. Like right here, this is awesome. Right there. You can see all that stuff here. Let's see all that awesome stuff. See those cool on the rocks here. Pretty steep here. Awesome rock. It's nice that you have lots of places to put your hands. awesome here. It's just super cool. It's just all that cool stuff. So here's the Widowmaker. I'll just stand in the bathroom. That's where we just came from. So that's the stair portion of that. We got a little sign here that says, in the 1800s, pines of the St. Croix Valley were much larger than these seen here today. Many trees were at heights exceeding 200 feet, taller than a 20-story building. So that's pretty crazy. I mean, some of these trees are still very big. So cutting those ones down must have been a crazy job. See that? So, exceeding 200 feet is crazy. It's a really big tree, in my opinion. Very big. So, yeah, it's really cool. To be able to see this, you gotta be ready though, because it's awesome views, but you are working for the views. All right, here we are on the top of Taylor's Falls. Now we're gonna start descending the top of Taylor's Falls, and that's gonna be a lot easier than ascending it. So, well, you can see some little plants here. Really cool. A bunch of logs, awesome stuff. So, sure that all this stuff is gonna be a lot prettier on the way down, because I am sweating and it feels like 16 out, I guess. So it's spring and it's a bunch of false summers. A couple days ago it was low 80s. So a bunch of cool stuff though. And you see these super cool overviews of just the entire Taylor's Falls. If you remember me coming down these trails and pointing out those pillars, this is that trail that I showed you guys earlier. So we're gonna go back to the car up through these steps. And that's how it. But yeah, so that was a fun trail. And yeah, it was fun. I've never been on this trail before, but there's a lot of stuff that I know about it. And felt like there was a lot of really cool scenery that I wish I saw earlier before this. So it's really cool seeing this. Yeah. Awesome stuff. And then the overlook to those pillars over there. And so coming up on these stairs here, like I showed earlier, this rock here, this little cavern in here. This is a separate one from the other one. And then cool little rock here. And then it looks like somebody made a engraving here. Like, that's pretty. ELM 19. That's cool. And then up on here, you can see all that nice stuff there. Alright guys, that just about wraps up the video. I just want to invite you guys to come out and see the trails for yourself. The camera can give a pretty good picture, but just come out and see them yourself. And we're hoping to see some leaves here soon. So make sure you subscribe to see more videos. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And yeah, that just about wraps up the video. Bye.